Liam had never been to his uncle's house before. It was old, dusty, and filled with strange furniture. As he walked through the long hallway, something caught his eye: a red door at the very end. Unlike the others, it looked newer, almost freshly painted. "What's behind that door?" Liam asked. Uncle George's face darkened. "That door stays locked. Never open it," he said firmly. Liam nodded, but deep down, he knew he had to find out the truth. That night, Liam lay in bed, staring at the ceiling. The house was completely silent, except for something else. His heart pounded. The sound was soft, coming from the red door. Maybe it was just the wind, but as he listened carefully, he realized something chilling. The taps had a pattern, like someone knocking. Slowly, he pulled the blanket over his head, trying to ignore it, but the knocking didn't stop. The next morning, Liam couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. "Are you sure that door is just a storage room?" he asked his uncle. George avoided his gaze. "Yes, and it stays closed. Understand?" Liam nodded, but he wasn't convinced. That night, curiosity got the best of him. He tiptoed to the hallway, heart racing. As he reached for the doorknob, a cold breeze slipped through the cracks. And then, a whisper, "Help me." Liam jumped back, his breath caught in his throat. Had he imagined it? He pressed his ear against the door. Silence. Then, just as he was about to step away, the doorknob twisted on its own. Liam ran back to bed, his heart pounding. The next day, he confronted his uncle. "Someone is behind that door," he said. George's face went pale. "Liam, listen to me. No one is there. Don't go near it again." But Liam knew his uncle was lying. That night, Liam made a decision. He had to open the door. He grabbed a flashlight and crept toward the hallway. The air around the red door felt icy cold. His hands trembled as he reached for the knob. Slowly, he turned it. The door creaked open. A rush of cold air hit him, and inside he saw nothing. Just a small, empty, dark room. But then, in the far corner, a shadow moved. Liam stepped back, gripping the flashlight. The shadow shifted, revealing a small figure, a boy, pale and thin, with hollow eyes. "You found me," the boy whispered. Liam's breath caught. "Who are you?" The boy's voice trembled. "I was trapped here for years. You have to help me." Liam swallowed hard. "How?" The boy lifted a shaky hand and pointed at a small wooden box on the floor. "Burn it," he said. "Please." Liam hesitated. "What's inside?" The boy shook his head. "Bad things. It keeps me here. Please, you have to destroy it." Liam picked up the box. It was strangely heavy. The moment he touched it, a deep, angry whisper filled the room. "Don't," it hissed. The walls seemed to close in, the air thick with shadows. Liam's heart pounded. He had no choice. He grabbed the box and ran downstairs to the fireplace. The house felt different, darker, colder. As Liam threw the box into the flames, the whisper turned into a scream. The fire roared higher, shadows twisting and writhing inside it. Uncle George rushed in, eyes wide. "What have you done?" he gasped. Liam watched as the box burned, the screams fading into silence. Then, just as suddenly as it started, it was over. The air grew still. The house felt lighter. The next morning, the red door was gone. It was as if it had never existed. Uncle George refused to talk about it, but Liam knew the truth. That night, as he lay in bed, A strange feeling washed over him. And then, a whisper. "Thank you." Liam sat up, heart pounding, but the room was empty. The house was silent once more. Yet deep down, he knew some doors are meant to stay closed.